Shri Radha Hari Govind Jai Jai Radha Hari Govind Bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Puran Purushottamay. Om Jayati Parashar Sunu Satyavati Hriday Nandano Vyaso Yasyasya Kamal Gantam Vagmay Mamritam Jagatyavati Vishwasarga Visargad Navlakshan Lakshatam Shri Krishnaksham Param Dham Jagadham Namami Tat Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Padkamlam Shri Guru Vaishnavanshcha Shri Shri Guru Vaishnava Shri Rupam Sattvajatam Sahagan Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitanshcha Narayan Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Naruttamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye He Shri Sanatan Prabhu Karunambhurashe हे रूप दुर्गति जनहित दयावलोको हे भक्ति सुमते रघुनाथ दासो श्री जीव में कुरुत मंद मते दयांद्रा श्री राधा प्राण बंधो चरण कमलियोर के शेषादिगम्या या साध्या प्रेम सेवा वृचलित परे गाढ़ लौल्यैक लभ्या सास्या प्राप्तायाम ताम तथेतुर मधुना मानसी मत्स्य सेवाम भावभ्याम रागाध्वपांथै ब्रजमनु चलितम नैतिकम तस्य नौमि वांछाकल्पभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यो भक्तानां पावनेभ्यो श्री वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Very very auspicious and very much Ashirwad Swampa blessing. Sri Bhavanasara Sangraha, this collection by Sri Siddha Krsnadasa Tatapada. Sri Siddha Krsnadasa has collected so many verses, so many lila from various works of the previous acharyas. And mainly Shri Govinda Krishna Bhavanamrit, Shri Krishnamni Kaumudi, Smar Mangal Stotra, and so many granth. He has collected those great granth and jewels from those various granthas. So here he is remembering, he is meditating on the asta-kaliya-lila. And in asta-kaliya-lila, all birds, those are the disciple of Sri Vrindavan. And having lesson from Vrindavan, they are praying Sri Priyalal, Sri Radha Krishna. And the Shikhandi, that means a peacock, also appeared there and doing keka dhvani. He is joining there, that kunj. And by his words, by his this reciting keka, that means he is saying, if a person leaves Sri Krishna, give up Sri Krishna Charan, then he is very much a wicked person. And Keka, who will be in this universe, who will leave the lotus feet of Sri Shamsana. This is the meaning of his reciting. Now 43rd verse. Vrinda Vaktrat Adhigat Vidya Sari Hari Kriti Bahupadya Radha Sneho Chay Madhumatta Tasya Nidra Mapne Yatta. Am I correct? This is the verse. Yes.
The next one.
Yes. So Vrinda Vaktrat Adhigat Vidya. The sari, that means sarika, the sheepy cock, sheep parrot. Vrinda Vaktrat Adhigat Vidya. She is the disciple of Sri Vrindaji, a student of Sri Vrinda, and he has achieved all Vidya from Sri Vrindaji. Adhigat Vidya. Hari Kriti Bahupadya. And Sari Hari Kriti Bahupadya. And he remembers, he has claimed so many Padya. Those was taught by Sri Vrindaji. So Hari Kriti Bahupadya. Their Padya, their verses are his garlands, his necklace. Hari Kriti Bahupadya. And Radha Sneho Chay Madhumatta. And this sarika is Radhika Snehadhika. Much more sneh for Sri Radhika than Sri Krishna. So Radha Sneho Chay. Uchay means the heap of Sri Prem. So Radha Sneh, Sri Radhika Prem, that is just like a heap. And due to she is intoxicated, she is furious in that sweetness, madhumatta, in the sweetness of that. Tasya nidra apane yatta. And Shri Sarika ji is intended to remove the nidra of Shri Radharani. So Tasya means Shri Radhika, nidra apane, to remove the nidra of Shri Radha, sleeping of Shri Radha. Yatta, she is doing this practice, and she is doing this work. Yatta, she is involved in to remove that. Yatta means pratyashila. So Nidra Apna Yatta, she is involved in to remove the Nidra of Shri Radha. And the Anupras is there. Vrinda, Yatta, Vidya, Padya, Matta, Yatta. So everywhere there is the Anupras. Varnasam. Anupras. And Hari Kriti Bahupadya, so many Padya, he has this is metaphor. Hari Kriti Bahupadya, the Padya is his garlands. And she is praying to Sri Radharani. Nidram Jahihi, Dvijahihi Nukunji Shaya. O Swamini, you Nidram Jahi, you should give up this Nidra. Jahi Ihi, Ihi means at this time. So Nidram Jahi Ihi, here you should leave this Nidra. Dvijahihi Kunji Shaya, and also leave this. Give up this Nukunji Shaya, this bed in Nukunji. Basam Priyahi, you go to your home. Basam Priyahi. Sakhi na lasutam Priyahi. Oh Sakhi, don't be so much lazy. Na alastam Priyahi. Kantam Chibodh hai. Now you should awake Shri Kant. Shamsundar. She Shamsundar is sleeping, and normally this is a practice that Shri Radharani evokes earlier than Shri Krishna. And as well as Shri Radharani takes bath earlier than Shri Krishna. Because normally in families this is found that ladies begin earlier prepared. So the niyam is this that to make to bathe Shri Yugal Sarkar, first Shri Radharani bathing of Sri Radharani was performed. So this is a normal practice. It is a usual practice. So, Nidram Jahi. Shri Radhika is saying that Kantam Bodhai. You awake Shri Shamsundar also. Na Bodhai Lok Lajjam. Na Bodhai Lok Lajjam. Kantam Cha Bodhai Na Bodhai Lok Lajjam. Now, you should not afraid, you should not have the hesitation that how I can evoke Sri Shamsundar. So, na bodhai. You make Sri Shamsundar everything. So, na bodhai lok lajjam, that he is sleeping and how he is, so let him sleep. So, this agitation you should not maintain. You should not carry. Kalo chetam Krishnaha Kriti Mundayanti. Because Kritinaha, the clever persons always perform those works. Those are according to the time. So if the work is performed according to the time, then it gives the real result, appropriate result. Otherwise, it does not give the appropriate result. So, Kalu Chetam Kirtanaha Kirtin Unnayanti. Because Kirtinaha, that means Buddhiman person, wise persons, always do the work that is according to the time. So, this is also a universal truth. So, it is called a alankar. Samanya Arthantaranyas. This alankar is Arthantaranyas alankar. Arthantaranyas is the alankar where the special specified instance or event is described, and by that a universal general truth and general niyam is rule is fetched out. It is taken. So that is established. So that is called there. It becomes the Arthantaranyas. Samanyamba Visheshova Yadanyonya Pratiyati Yat Sothantaranyasa. By Saman, by general, the specific thing is described, and by specific thing, the general is described. Man is mortal. Devdatti is a man, so he will die. So this is also one way. And Devdatta died. Indradatta has died. Varunadatta has died. So the Arunadatta is a man, so he will die. So this in this way. So that is the way. So it is called Arthantaranyas alankar, where from specific to general and general to specific is established. So Kalu Chetam Krishna Kritim Unnayanti. So Artha Gambhir is there. Artha Gambhir is called Artha Gambhir is also a quality of poetry, where the universal truth are established by a specific thing. So that is also Artha Gambhir. It has this in this way the kriti, that work becomes a time-winning thing. Kaljai. So it becomes Kaljai, time-winning. So Brijapati Tanyanka Sangato Beat Shanka Vidumukh Kimisheshe Nirharam Ratrasheshe Paramad Madhapu Punje Ma Param Tishtu Punje Na Ganesi Byangarham Kim Gurunam Anadham. That Sari is advising Sri Radharani. Sarika is advising Radharani. Ke Brijapati Tanyanka Sangato Beat Shanka. So you are still in the embrace of Sri Shamsundar. So you are between the arms of Sri Shamsundar. Brijapati Tanay, that means Shamsundar. Brijapati means Nand, his son, Prince Sri Shamsundar. So Brijapati Tanyanka, Sangata. You are in the arm, in the grip of Sri Shamsundar. Beat Shanka. And as you are protected by Sri Shamsundar, so you does not have any Shanka. You think that Shamsundar will protect. But from this focus, Sri Shamsundar will not protect you. If there is any ninda of from Jagat, Shamsundar cannot protect it. So you should be beware of that. So you should not think. If a enemy is there, any devil is there, then Shamsundar is perfect to protect. But if the chastise is going on in the society, Shamsundar cannot stop it. So you should be beware of that. So Brijapati Tanyanka Sangato Beat Shanka. Due to Brijapati Putra in her ank, in his lap, you are staying. So Beat Shanka, you are thinking yourself to be Beat Shanka without any doubt. But Vidumukhi, O Chandramukhi, Kimu Sheshe, Nirbharam Ratri Sheshe. Why are you still sleeping while the Nirbharam Ratri Sheshe? Nirbharam means without any agitation, without any hitch, you are still sleeping there. Ratri Sheshe, though the Ratri is over, the night is over. Pramad Madhupunje, you are sleeping in this Punj, Pramad Madhupunje. In this Punj, you are sleeping in this creeper house, where the Pramad, intoxicated, furious Madhup bees are, the groups of bees are roaming. Yeah. Ma param tishtha punje. I am suggesting you that you should not stay here onward. Ma param, for long time you should not stay here. Ma param. So onward you should not stay here. Tishtha punje. Na ganayasi bigarhan. Are you not afraid of any chastise? Bigarha. That is possible in the city or in the in Gokul. So that is going on there. So Guru Ram Anarham. So Gurujan can rebuke you. Rebuke you. So my pronunciation is very bad. So Guru Ram, so Shri Gurujan may rebuke you. So Guru Ram Anarham. And that rebuking is not proper for you. That is not appropriate for you. So you should be afraid of that rebuke. So na gadiyas bigarham kim Guru Ram Anarham. So that bigarham, that chastising, that rebuking, you are not afraid of that. So the cause is here that you are Brijapati Tanyanka Sangataha. As you are in the embracing of Sri Shamsundar, so you are thinking that you are all safe. And Sri, the embrace of Sri Shams, embracing of Sri Shamsundar is a good shield, but it is not a perfect shield. It is not a appropriate shield.
Not waterproof.
Not waterproof. It is not waterproof. So you should have a still. So Karikanda Sambandh is here. So because you are in the embrace of the Sri Shamsundar, so you are thinking that you are safe, but you are not shielded still. So na Ganayas Bigarham Kim Gurunam Anarham. That improper rebukeness of Gurudev, you are not caring them. You are not regarding it. So, Sudati Sumukhi Namang Sumukhi Kumudni Nam Ank Masaddi Lina Madhu Madhukar Mala Kal Masaddi Lola Sarat Kamal Ninam Raji Metam Adinam Bhavati Samay Eva Glam Harshadi Devaha. Sudati, oh beautiful Radhike, hey Swami, you have very beautiful line of teeth. Sudati. Dati means dark teeth. So Sudati, oh very beautiful Kundadanti. Kundadanti, Hirakdanti, and sometime Anar. So while she is eating or she is tasting the palm, betel leaf, then the simile is to anar.
Pomegranate.
And while not eating that, and his teeth are shining, then it is the Hirakdanti, diamond. And while the size of those teeth is not very thick, and the long one is the long one. So that is just like the bud of a kund. So Kundadanti. So these three similarities, similes are for different positions, different side of thinking. So Kundadanti, Hirakdanti, or Anardanti. So in this. So Sudati, Kumadninam Ank Masadil Dina. Now just see that these Brahmar, these bees are lying in Kumudni, because in morning the Kumudni is blooming, and in night, in night Kumudni is blooming, and in morning the lotus are blooming. So Chandrama is called, moon is called Kumud Bandhu, and Surya is called Lotus Bandhu, Kamal Bandhu. So here the bees are not resting in still. So Kumudni Nam Ank Masadya Lina. Though the Kumudni is having the bees in his grip, in his home, in his kosh. So still Ratri is there. So Kumudni Nam Ank Masadya Lina. Mad Madhukar Mala. The Madhukar Mala, that means the line of Brahmar or bees are still is concealed in the covering of Kumudni, because Kumudni is not still bloomed. Kumudni is blooming and they are living there, and Kamal are not there. But Kal Masadya Lola. But as they be sees that now Kumudni is going to close and Kamal are going to bloom, so they have left Kumudni and they are rushing toward to Kamal in the morning toward lotus. So Kal Masadya Lola, receiving this morning time, they became lol, they became chanchal, gildy, chanchal,
restless,
fickle, yes, fickle. They became fickle. So yes, so they became fickle, Lola. Sarat Kamal Ninam Rajim. And now they are leaving the Kumudni. They are moving toward Kamalni. So not lilies, they are going to lotus. So Sarat Kamalni Nam Raji. Raji means Pankti. The group of Kamalni. Etam, Adhinam. Because they Kamalni are, the lotus are now Adhinam. They are blooming and they are not faint. They are faint, but they are, these Kamalni are not faint. The Kumudni is still now gradually getting faint. So,
Murjhari.
yes.
Wilted.
Wilted. So, Bhavat Samay Esha Glani Harshadi Devaha. So, by this specific event, he is giving a universal event. So in the same way, Arthantaranyas, Alankar is also there, that Bhavati Samay Eva Shaklang Harshadi Deva. Remember that time is the master of every joy as well as sorrow. So he has given a general name, general rule, universal rule. So that is, so Bhavati Samay Eva Glan Harshadi Deva. That is a proverb. It can be used as a proverb. So, Samay is so powerful that he is always a master of all joy or all sorrowness. Harsh and Glan. So, Sudat Kumudninam, Arthantaranyas. So, the Arth Gambhir is the profoundness of meaning. Is a quality of poetry, and that Artha Gambhiri, this gun is found, profoundness of the meaning that is found here. So, here. So Sudati, oh, very beautiful, you have having very beautiful teeth. Kumudni Nam Anka Masadilina, Madhukar, Mad Madhukar Mala, the furious Madhukar Mala. The bees are so far lying in Kumudninam. They are relishing with Kumudni and they are taking the honey of Kumudni, of lilies, in the cooper of Kumudni. They are sitting there and taking the honey. But Kal Masad Lola, as they saw that the time is changed, so they became slow, flickering. And Sarat Kamalninam, they are rushing to Kamalni. Rajim, Kamalninam, Rajim. Rajim is the line of Kamalni. Etam, Adinam, because they are now going to bloom. And Bhavati, Samay Eva Glan Harshad Deva, because time is the Deva, time is the master of all Harsh and Glan. So, Glan means the sorrowness or not happy mood.
Sorrow.
Viyadati Lagutaram, Tolbapukshunna Haram, Vigilit Kusmanam, Barshma Shefavikanam, Tirtai with Midani, Ek Rupam Tadani, Tadapi, Api, Jadapi, Tathapi, Tolbapuhu, Sri Api. So, Viyad Ati Lagutaram, Tadbapuhu, Shunna Haram. Viyadati Lagutaram. Viyat means Akash. The sky is Ati Lagutaram. Their stars are getting fainted. So Ati Lagutaram. Very few stars are being seen. Viyat means Akash, the sky, Lagutaram. And it seems it is similar to Tad Bapuhu, to your body. Because here also, in your body, Kshunna Taram, Kshunna Haram, the garland of pearls is broken. So, some only few pearls are found on your body, otherwise they are spread, sprinkled all over the bed. So, Kshunna Taram. So, Kshunna Haram, your hair is broken. So, there is very few moti pearls are on your body, as in the sky, very few stars are still shining. So, Upma Alankar is there. So, Biyad Ati Lagutaram, Tad Bapu Kshunna Haram, Bigilit Kusmanam. So, this is the position of Akash. The second position is of your Shriyang, your body. And the third position is Bigilit Kusmanam, Barshma Shefalikanam. And the Shefali is a very little white flower, and we say it harsinger. I don't know that what is harsinger.
Parijat.
Parijat. Yes, Parijat. Shefali, Parijat. And the flowers itself get down. So the Parijat, so the Shefali, so all three things are similar. The Akash, your body, and the Shefali. Because Shefali, that tree of Shefali, that Harsinga or Parijat, is also losing the flowers. जन क्या हुआ हमारे उसमें खराब हो गया, मैंने इन्वर्टर कहीं खराब हो गया, उसने चला दिया, मैंने उसने कटिंग करने में और उसने वो मोटर चला दी, उसने कहीं कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया। सो कोई इन्वर्टर कोई पंखे नहीं चलते, लाइन पे चलते। हाँ बस चलिए, हाँ बस चल, और भी चल रही है, ये नहीं चल रही, ये लाइट नहीं चल रही है, मंदिर की भी नहीं चल रही है, इन्वर्टर वाली नहीं चल रही।
वो ठीक कर पाएगा फिर से?
नहीं कर पाएगा, वो मन किसी को बड़े भैया को बुलाएंगे।
भाई उसको आपकी चिंता है कि आपको पंखा कैसे करना है।
नहीं नॉट वर्क। So हरे कृष्ण, हाँ, recording is going on. So Bihar Ati Lagutaram, the sky has very few stars, and your Bapu is also bearing very few pearls, and Shefali is also bearing very few flowers. So Bigilit Kusmanam, due to dropping of the kusum flowers, Barshma means the body of Shefali is also bearing very few flowers. Tritayam idam idanim ek rupam. In this way, all three things are being one, getting the one form. So ek rupam is similarity. Both three things are getting similarity. Tadanim. Tadapi tad bapuhu Sri bhi api. Even then, your body is your bapu. Your limbs are much more better and they are much more attractive than all these two things, rest two things. So Tadapi tad bapu, very fine guy there. This is the poetic artillery that he is using here. So the imagination is very fine. So Tadapi tad bapuhu Sri bhi abhi. But your bapu, due to the shobha, it is far above than these two things. So Biyad Ati Lagutaram, क्या बात है ये, विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती जी की कविता है। अच्छा, ये कृष्ण भावनामृत विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती जी का।
This is Krishna Anika Kamudi.
Krishna Nikum, अच्छा कृष्णा निकुम, कृष्णांजलि कौमुदी कवि
और मैंने शेफाली भी, जैसे तारे सुबह की तरफ कम दिखते हैं, शेफाली भी रात को ही झड़ते हैं, इसीलिए सुबह की तरफ।
वो सुबह की समय चलती है। अरे वाह, बहुत बढ़िया। हाँ, आगे चल गई, आगे
ठाकुर जी के बंदे हैं।
चल बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया। तुटित पतित, नाउ तुटित पतित मुक्ताहार भक्ते वियुक्ता भवडूदो ततिरेषा स्वल्प मात्रावशेषा चिर शयनमवेक्षा रुन्धति ते विलक्षा भवदिव परिबब्रे पश्य सप्तर्ष चक्रे तुटित पतित मुक्ताहारवत ते वियुक्ता. Now, imagination is also one. Imagination is also describing that in Saptarshi, in the stars of Saptarshi, the tail is has 3 stars, and the middle star is called Vasishtha, and beneath it there is a very tiny star that is called Arundhati. So that Saptarshi, the form of that Saptarshi Mandal is just similar, that it is a broken heart. So broken garland. So as a garland is broken, in the same way, the pedal is that 4 stars and 3 are the string. So that is similar to that. We say. So Tudit Patati Muktar Har Bhatte Vyukta. This Saptarshi Mandal is similar, is resembling, as your heart is just going down. So as your heart is going down, in the same way, it seems that this Saptarshi will fall down on the earth. So they are ready to fall down on the earth. So Tursit, the heart is, the garland is broken, and Patit Mukta Har, as your Mukta Har is going to fall on the earth, in the same way, Vyukta. So they are tying is untied, so the har is going down. In the same way, this Saptarshi Mandal has 1 string only, and the other string is broken. Bhavat Udu Tati Esha. This Udu means stars, Tati means line. This line of stars, Swalpa Matra Vishesha, are very few, and most of the pearls are lost. So Swalpa Matra Vishesha. Chir Shayanam Aveksho Arundhati Te Bilaksha. So the Arundhati is considered to be the Pativrata Shromani. She is very much having the chastity. So she is main in the chastity, chaste woman. So she is very much famous in chaste woman. So the Arundhati is Vilaksha, is feeling shame still that you are still sleeping and she is abokin. So you are greater than her. So because you have the accompany of your premi, but she is not getting the accompany of his premi. So she is Vilaksha. She is feeling ashamed. And in comparison, she is not feeling very much bad. So, Chirshayanam aveksha, seeing your Chirshayan. Arundhati te vilaksha. Seeing your Chirshayan, that you are still in the grip, in the arms of your husband, your beloved, but she is not getting this fortune. So she is vilaksha. Bhavad eva parivabhre, pasya saptarshi chakre. So Bhavad eva. So she is not like you. So parivabhre saptarshi chakre. Now she is also moving toward the Saptarshi Chakra. That means toward his husband, Sri Vasishtha Rishi. So very good image. This Kalpana is, the Bind is well fine that you are embraced with embraced by Sri Shamsundar, but Sri Arundhati is still a little far from Vasishtha, and she is trying to come closer to Sri Vasishtha Rishi, his husband. And Vasishtha Rishi is in Saptarshi Chakra, so she is also trying to proceed towards Sri Vasishtha Rishi. But Vasishtha Rishi has now left the isolation and he has joined the group. So in the same way, now you should also join the group. Sri Krishna should also join the Gokul and live here, and you should accompany him. So in this very beautiful metaphor is simile. Beautiful simile is here. So Tutit Patate Mukta Harvate Vyukta. The Saptarshi Mandal is and Arundhati is Tutit Patate Mukta Harvat. Saptarshi Mandal is a broken garland, and one piece of that garland is also a Arundhati. Bhavad Udo Tati Esha Swalpa Matra Vishesha. This Tara Swarup, Tara Samuh, the group of Tara is very few, very rare. They remain very rare. So Chir Shayanam Aveksha Arundhati. So while Arundhati is seeing that you are still getting the relishment, getting the sweetness, you are relishing the sweetness of Sri Shamsundar, but she is not able to that. So she is getting bilaksha, a little ashamed. And Bhavadeva Parivabhre, Pashya Saptarshi Chakre, now she is moving towards Sri Vasishtha Rishi, but even then she is not embracing as you are still embracing. So as Sri Rishi has joined the Saptarshi Mandal, Vasishtha Rishi, in the same way, Shri Krishna should join the Nanda Bhavan, and you should also proceed him. You should accompany him. So Bhavadeva is Upma. Bhavadeva Parivabhre. Upma Alankar is here. And it is called Sang Upma. Upma has three types. One is Nirang Upma, other is Sang Upma, and other is Paramparik Upma, related, correlated. So that is so in Sang Upma, the every limb of a thing is described in various similar things. So that is Sang Upma. That as if the face is a lotus and the eyes, black eyes are just like the bees. So the anga of a thing is similarized there. So that is Sangupma. Paramparik is if one thing is there, then related to that thing, the other thing is there. So here Sri Arundhati is similar to Sri Radharani. And Sri Krishna is similar to Paramparit. That is Paramparit Rupa. Krishna is similar to Sri Vasishtha Rishi. And Saptarshi is similar to the Gokul Gam. So in this way, Paramparit related to, correlated to any other thing. The Paramparit Rupa. So one is Paramparit, one is the Sang. That means where every every part of a thing is separately described, and one is simple. So Niranga, Sang and Parampara, three types of mice there. Iti kal vachananam sarikanam shukanam rutam ati shayramyam shrotra prayam nishamyam. In this way, ati kal vachananam sarikanam. The sarika is speaking in a very sweet noise. And shukanam. Shuk is also speaking in very sweet noise. Rutam ati shayramyam. Their shabd, their noise is atishay ramyam, is very much sweet. Shrotrapayam nishamyam, and it is always drunk by the ears. So ears are a vowel, and by that vowel, this nectar is being drunk. So Shrotrapayam nishamyam. Sri Radharani heard this prayer of Sri Sarika and Sri Shuk. Behit Shayan Badha. This prayer creates a Badha hindrance in her sleeping. So Behit Shayan Badha. Sa Jajagar Radha. Now Sri Radhika Jajagara is fully evoking. Prathamam, Sri Radhika above first, then Sri Krishna, Prathamam. Because this is a normal way that Sri Radharani evokes earlier, then Sri Sham. So, ladies are by nature much more shyful, so they evoke earlier than the person, male. Sa Krishna, asta-kaliya-lila Britishna. Even then, Shri Krishna is doing the asta-kaliya-lila. Shri Krishna is sleeping. Britishna. So Krishna asta-kaliya-lila Britishna. Shri Krishna is also now Britishna, getting renounced from asta-kaliya-lila. He is getting away from asta-kaliya-lila also. Asta-kaliya-lila Visishta. Yugapat ubhay nidra, bhang vidhvast mudra. Yugapad ubhay netra, pang bhangi vichitra. Yugpad ubhay bhulna, jat sanklesh purna. Bhavat ubhay biloka, bhavata prapta shoka. Yugpat ubhay nidra, bhang vidhvast mudra. Simultaneously, ubhay nidra bhang. They have left their sleeping. So vidhvast mudra, the gesture of sleeping is now changed, because both have evoking. So previously there was lying, now they are just sitting or just trying to sit, lift their bodies. So yupat ubhay nidra bhanga vidhvast mudra. Their nidra, gesture of their nidra is being broken. Yupat ubhay netra apang bhangi vichitra. Simultaneously, the apang bhangi, the sight of both Sri Radha Krishna was now a little bickling and they are now little being down. So still they have not opened their eyelids fully. Still they have the laziness on their eyes. सुंदर ध्यान करने की लीला स्मरण की वस्तु है. So युगपद उभय नेत्र अपांग भंगी विचित्रा. So simultaneously they are having apang bhangi. They are with bickling eyes. They are seeing each other as well as their eyelids are still being down, not open fully. Yugpad ubhay ghurna ja, and both simultaneously has a dizziness. So udghurna, dizziness. So dizziness is going there. Sanklesh purna, and they are still with klesh. That means the power has not come, energy is not revived even. So the laziness is there. So yugpad ubhay ghurna jat, due to the dizziness, their sanklesh purna, their body is still having a slackness, a little slackness. Bhavat ubhay biloka bhavata prapta shuka. And these three things, ubhay bilok abhavataha, while they are gazing to each other, they are seeing to each other by this nitra bhanga, by this netra apang, the being down of their eyelids, and due to their udghurna, they are getting the hindrances in gazing to each other. Fully gazing are not performed. So ubhay bilok abhavataha, because they not perfectly are seeing to each other. So prapta shoka, they are feeling sorry. So prapta shoka. So here a little palkantar avlok bin kalpantar hi bihar. If there is a down of a eyelid, even then they feel that we have not seen each other for a kalp, for a great long time. We have not seen. So palkantar avlok, palkantar is a kalpantar. So the time of the lip eyelid downing is blinking. So that is just like a kalpantar. So palkantar avlok kalpantar in the heart. So here yugpat ubhay nidra bhanga vidhvast mutra, they have left the gesture of sleep, lying, and just trying to lift their bodies. And yugpad ubhay netra panga bhangi vichitra, they are seeing to each other with their bickling eyes. And yugpad ubhay ghurna jat, and by drizzling their udghurna, due to that greediness, they are getting sanklesh purna. Greediness is there, and they are, due to that, the power is not still stimulated in their body. So sanklesh purna. Bhavat ubhay biloka bhavata prapta shoka. In this way, they are not able to gaze perfectly each other. So they are getting sorry. They are feeling sorry. And this is Swabhavokti Alankar. Yes, Swabhavokti Alankar is there. Kal Kwanat Kankan Nuparam. Java Ati Uchulat Gatra Yugat Chavit Chatam. Vyastalakagravali Veshtanon Namam Namak Tatanka Haradyut Deepatananam. And the face of Sri Radha and Sri Swami is very, very much attractive. So he saying, Kalakwanat Kankar Nuparam. A little sound of his bangles and his anklets is, and Kal means very sweet. Madhur Asput, that is not very much clear as well as very sweet. So that is Kala. So Kalakwanat, the twinkling of their bangles and their anklets is can be listened. Kankar Nuparam. Kalakwanat Kankar Nuparam. Her body is where the Kankar and Nupur was making a very sweet and unclear sound. Javat Atyuchhil Gatra Yugat Chhavi Vichatam. And Javat means as Sri Radharani is with swiftness is moving his hand and his lotus feet. So due to that, some twinkling is being created. Ati Uchala Gatra. Then Ati Uchala Gatra. Then Sri Radhika is Uchalat is Uchalna is lifting his body. Uchala Gatra. Yuva Chavit Chatam. So from the both bodies of Sri Priya and Sri Lalji, a light is Uchala, is coming out. Spontaneously is manifesting. So Uchala Gatra, the spontaneously the light is coming out. So Uchala Gatra Yuga Chavi. Gatra Yug means the pair of the bodies is Uchala, is spontaneously is spreading all over the Nikunja Mandir. Vyasta Alakagravali Veshtanon Namam and Sri Priya and Lal is trying to lift their curls. Those are coming on their cheeks with his little finger and trying to place it on their ears. So in this way. So Sri Priyaji and Sri Lalji both are trying to Vyasta Alak Agravali. The Alak Agravali, that means the top of their curls are coming on their face, and he and she both are lifting it, unnanam, and trying to lift them. Tatanka har dyut deepatananam, and their anand, their mukh is so beautiful that tatank means earrings. Tatank means earrings. So earrings and the heart from there, the glimpses are coming out. Glimpses are coming out. Light is coming out. So so tatanka and heart duty. The light of the hue of tatank and heart is deepatanam, is coming out, and by that the face of Sri Radharani is enlightened, is being seen. So Dyotit is lighted by the light of their tatank as well as their heart. So light is coming, the reflection is coming of light there.
Illuminate.
So,
Illuminate.
Yes, that is illuminating his face. So Dyuti Deepita Ananam, that is illuminating their face. So Kalakwanat Kankar Nupuram, the Nupur and anklets are making noise. Java, due to the swiftness of the limbs, and Uchalat Gatra Dyuti, and the spontaneous manifestation of the hue of their beauty is Yuga Bichatam is spreading all over the Nukunji. So Yugpat Gatra Yuga Chavi Chatam and Vyasta Alakadravali Beshtanunatam, and the curls are continuously coming on their faces, and he wants to lift it with his little finger. And Tatank Haradyuti Deep Tananam, and their faces are illuminated with the Tatank, that means earrings, and the heart. It is very, very good scene in meditation, for meditation. He is giving a way how to a person should in morning in Mangala Seva in Nishanta Lila, how a person should a devotee should meditate this and concentrate on the show. So Lila Smart, remember this. Now, very vividly, this is called, there are two types of description. One is Nama Parganam and other is Sanslishta Varna. In Nam Parganam, only a list of the things is given. There is a garden, there is a Amrud, Anar, Kela, this and this. Only a list of fruits or flowers is given. That is called Nam Parganan Shani. Pariganan, that means the counting of Nam, name. Only. The counting of name. Only they describe the name, not the description. But the other Shani is, other style is of description is where the one thing is described and using the imagination. Every limb and every part of the thing is vividly and clearly explained. That is called Sanslishta Shali. That means she is very beautiful. This is Namka Parana Shali. And the description of beauty, how is her eyebrow, how is her nails, how is her ears, what is she is bearing, how is his limbs. This description is done, fully done. Then it is called Sanslishta Shali. That means every part of the object is fully described. That is called Sanslishta Shali. So here we can see the Sanslishta Shali that as Sri Manjari is saying, and what is the beauty of Sri, whatever the beauty of Sri Radha Krishna is there, and she is describing it because this is the nature of Sakhi, that without description she cannot remain. She cannot stay. This is his vivashta, compulsion, that she has to express it. She cannot check herself without description. So this is the way of Sakhi. So Srastam Dupu Shukam Veshan Sambharmodaya Itastato Nesta Karabja Manjulam Shayothatam Keli Vilas no Stayo Tanilok Lakshmi Ever Sanchikayata Sastam Shukam Veshan Sambharmo Srasta Anshuk Anveshan Sambharmodaya. Now they both Shri Priyalal search their clothes. So Sansrasta, those was shaved away. So Srasta, the shaved clothes, those are placed here and there. So they are collecting them. So Srasta Anshuka Anvesha, they became very much cautious to search their clothes, so recollect their clothes. Sambharmo there, and they are also having sambhram, that means a haste to get their clothes. to search their clothes. Because in sleeping, the clothes are not on their body and they are disturbed. So they are making them and placing them on the right places. So, Srasta Anshuka Anveshan Sambhramo Daya Itastato Nasta Karabja Manjulam. They are spreading their karabje, their hands here and there. So itastataha, just for searching them, their clothes. Itastataha means here and there, nasta karabje manjulam. Their beautiful hands for searching the clothes. Shayothitam, kel vilasana, stayo. And they are just lifting, evoking from the Shaya. Evoking from the Shaya. So Shayothitam, Keli Vilasanaha. They are Keli Vilasi. At that time, they are this haste as if it has accumulated all beauty of the Triloki at one place. So Trilok Lakshmi was Sanchikayo. So it was heaped at one place. It was accumulated in one place. So this beauty is extraordinary. So the haste is also very much attractive. This is the same. So Trilok Lakshmi, so Keli Vilasana Tayo, they are Keli Vilasi, and they are, as they are evoking. So in that time, the whole Lakshmi was accumulated. Whole Lakshmi is grouped at one place, is placed in one place. So Trilok Lakshmi was Sanchikaya. Sanchikaya is it is collected at one place.
All beauty.
Yeah?
All beauty.
Yes, all beauty is collected in one place. So Trilok Lakshmi was Sanchikaya. Ghunach. So sometimes the Lakshmi of everything is one. So he is saying Lakshmi itself is accumulated at one place. So it is called Upchar. Sometimes we mix two things, and if two things are mixed at one place, that is called Upchar. As sometimes that still the chair has said this, so chair never speaks. Chair means chairperson, but we say the chair has narrated this. So that is Adhar and Adhe, both becomes one. A person is drinking, taking ghee or butter, and if a person asks, "What are you eating?" and he says that I am eating age, Ayuk Pimami. Because by ghee or butter, the age is increased. So it is called Ayuk Pimami. He says that Ayuk Pimami. The student is very much brave. And the Guruji says that, oh, he is lying. So a man cannot be lying. But lying. But he says he is lying. He says that this boy is very much dull. Then he says he is a fool. That fellow. Bell, Murkh. So that is sometimes Gun becomes Guni.
Yes.
Sometimes cause became the result. Sometimes the base became the person who is who is sitting there. existing there. So that is called Upacha. So in Upacha, Trilokya Lakshmi, the things of Triloki, that means they are, so but he is saying that Lakshmi is itself here. So the beautiful is itself becomes beauty. The precious things becomes itself the assets. So in this way, so Trilokya Lakshmi is on one place. So Trilokya Lakshmi is Sanchakayita. So this is called hyperbole, and one hyperbole is Rupkati Shokti. That is called Rupkati Shokti. Rupkati Shokti means where the similar object is presented, and by that the thing to whom the similarity is being done, that is absent, but the similar object is presented. So Lakshmi itself comes, not Lakshmi ever, but Lakshmi itself came there. So that is Atshokti Alankar, hyperbole, and that is also the hyperbole, that is Rupkati Shokti, where the metaphor and hyperbole both are just mixed. So that is called Rupkati. So that is. So Trilokya Lakshmi eva Sanchakayata, as if there is the heap of all beauty of all assets of Trilokya at one place. Ghurnal Saksham Shrat Sarva Gatram. The eyes of Sri Yuga Sarkar both are Ghurnalas. In the laziness, they are dizzy, are being dizzy. So dizzy. So Ghurna Saksham. So their eyes are Ghurna Alas Aksham. In laziness, they are dizzy. Yes, Lord. Good dizziness is there. And Shrat Sarvagapram, their bodies are still very much lazy and not but
just
slacking.
slacking.
Yes, slacking. So their bodies are still slacking. So Shrat Sarvagapram. Vishrasta Kesham, their their hairs are just matting each other, entangle each other. Vishrasta Kesham, not set, unset. Vishrasta Kesham, Rasika Dvayamta, Bhugnopavesham, they are sitting just bending, not straight. So Bhugnopavesham. Bending, they are sitting, bending. Skhalane Kathanchit, and sometimes while they are sitting and bending, sometimes they moves to each other and try to fall on each other, and both of them is a support to both.
To each other.
So to each other.
They're leaning on each other.
Yes. They're leaning on each other, yes. So they are falling on each other, and both are giving the support to each other. So, Bhugnopavesham Skhalane Kathanchit Anyonya Alamantam Prapede. So while they are falling, then Anyonya, the both is giving the support to each other in this. Anyonya Grasata Nguli Kisalayam Unmiya Bahudvayam. Then Sri Radharani just mated their fingers to each other. What you said?
Interlocked.
Locked. Yes.
Interlocked.
Into their fingers. Anyonya Grasata Anguli Kisalayam. So Anguli Kislayam, the lips of Anguli, they have locked each other. And then Unni Bahu. she's lifting his bahudvai,
Yes.
both hands.
Yes.
Jimharam Purasaram, because she is going to yawn. Yawn.
Yes.
Yes. So she is going to yawn. Yawn. So Jimharam Purasaram. Vidatari. Gaya Gatas Sambotanam. And she is twisting his body. So Gatas Sambotanam. That means body and twist Sambotanam. So twisting his body. Yeah, and stretching. Body. The beauty of Sri Radharani, the scene is very beautiful and it is depicted very pictureful, like a picture. Milan Netra, Murejio Nakapada Vyadan Dinanana. Milan Netram. And the eyes of Sri Radhika is just Milan, is closing. Is still closing. Eyes are closing. So Milan Netra. Uroj Nakapada Vyadan Dinanana. And sometimes while she is yawning, then her sides comes on her body, on her Rasad Kunj, where the marks of nails are also found. So Urojayoho Nakapada Vyadan Dinanana, seeing the marks of nails on her Rasad Kunj. Dinanana. Shri Radharani is being Dinana. Her face is being very pitiful, lajjaful. Naneti punar nakakshat dhiya sa Krishna pani dade. And Shri Krishna is very much flickering, chanchal. So Shri Krishna wants to touch the lotus body of Shri Radharani. And Shri Radharani is at that time also saying, na. She is refusing it. So the Kuttamit Bhav is there in Shri Radharani. So Naneti Punar Nakakshat Dhiya. Shri Krishna may give the more new mark on my body. So Shri Radhika is saying, no. So Naneti Punar Nakakshat Dhiya, thinking that I can get a new mark. She is saying, no. Sa Krishna Pani Dade. And in this way, Shri Radha is refusing and is catching the Pani of Shri Shams. So the Sakhi Manjaris are seeing this Shobha. And the Shobha, the Anand of Sri Radha Krishna is the best Anand, is the epitome of every Sakhi. Because here the Kam is not entered, has the interest. Kam does not have any interest. Here only Prem is there. And in Prem, the Seva Sukh, the Sukh of Sri Priyala is the supreme. So Sri Lalji is doing Seva of Sri Radharani, and Radharani is doing Seva of Sri Lalji. Actually, both of them does not have any selfishness. They are not relishing their own sukh. Actually, the goal of their activities is to give the sukh to other person. But while they are giving sukh to other person, naturally they will get it. So the first sukh is of Shri Krishna, and the subordinate sukh is of Shri Radharani. Because if there is no sukh, then the lila cannot be performed. As a person is serving butter to a person, he need not to make his hands greasy. Naturally, they will become greasy. In the same way, if Sri Radhika is offering the sukh to Sri Shyamsundar, his whole activities is not based, is not oriented in her own sukh, but she is giving all sukh to Sri Shyamsundar, and Shyamsundar is getting sukh. This feeling gives the sukh to Sri Radha. So in this way, if a person is serving the butter to a other person, then his hands also becomes greasy. So in the same way, Sri Radharani is also getting sukh. So that sukh is also with Sri Radharani, but that is not the goal. The goal is to serve Sri Krishna. In the same way, Sri Krishna is giving sukh to Sri Radharani. And in the same way, Sakhigana is serving, then the sukh is to Yugal, not of there. But as Yugal is getting sukh, in reaction, they also becomes happy. So they need not to make their hand again dipped in ghee for that. So that is naturally they will get the sukh in result. So in this way, this sukh is there, and Shri Priyalal is they are seeing the Shobha of Shri Radha. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Nitai Gaura Hari. Very, very.
Now, become aware of yes, because it's someone now, meeting someone. So now the feeling of separation begins, the piece of separation, that's what it begins.
Yes, what is he saying?
He's
वो
saying
कह
that
रहे हैं कि मिलन हो गया है,
हाँ, separating.
हाँ, विरह की भावना फिर जग जाएगी.
हाँ, जग जाएगी, वो तो है, वो जगेगी. और इस मिलन में भी satisfaction जो है वो बस यहीं रुक जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं. Because the thirst and the hunger is always increasing. So in this way, if the hunger and the food, both things are simultaneously found, then the relishment of eating is experienced. If any of them, the thing is missed, then the relishment will finish. So this is a great way that here the deterioration of utility is never found. Ubhokta, ubhokta harasniyam is not applied here.
The law of diminishing utility, whereby the more you have of an object, the lesser you desire it. So that law is not applicable here.
Applicable here. So that's
Yeah.